What's going on YouTube? Today we're taking a look at a product that I've actually been waiting to install for a very long time, and the only reason I put it off because I thought it was just going to be a very complicated process. Well, the guys over at Smartwings has made the Smart Shade process super simple, and you do everything yourself by ordering online. As long as you know how to measure your windows and as long as you know how to use a screwdriver, you're going to be up and running in literally minutes. This is the cellular smart shade with the Matter motor. They have a whole bunch of different styles and variations to suit everybody's needs, but I wanted a smart shade that was going to be able to work across multiple platforms, so I chose the Matter motor. Now this is going to work with Apple HomeKit, Samsung SmartThings, Alexa, Google Home. As long as you have that Thread router and Matter capable device, you're going to be able to set these up in no time and have it work across multiple devices once again. A couple things I just want to let you know about these smart shades from Smartwings. They do have a little battery that you have to install behind the actual shade itself, and that's not a big problem at all. You can see how tiny it is. And there's only one connector cable that you have to install, and that's going to give power to the motor once again. Now this battery pack is going to last anywhere from 4 to 6 months, and it does charge with USB-C. So when it's time to charge it up, a quick little charge and you're going to be up and running in no time. But for those of you that have a little bit of light that comes through your window, and it's a window, so chances are you have a little bit of light, they do sell an optional accessory, and this is going to be their solar panel. So all you have to do is attach this to your window, and you don't need a lot of sun. I do not have a ton of sun coming in my window, but just a little bit of sun throughout the day. About a couple hours are going to be able to keep this battery charged up and running, so you never have to worry about charging it up. So if you have space on your window and this isn't going to block your view, I would suggest that you guys pick up the solar panel. Again, you don't need a lot of sun to come through, just a couple hours each day, and you're going to keep that battery charged up forever and ever. Let's get back to it. I'm going to show you what they look like installed. And I'll throw some links down in my description if you're interested in picking them up. Let's get back to it. And I've always wanted to say this. Hey Google, close shade 2.
Closing shade 2.
And have my blinds close automatically just with a voice gesture. The first thing you got to do is just install these brackets, and this only took me about 5 minutes to install. I just used one screw in the middle there on both of these brackets. Very sturdy. Now of course this is solid wood, and I do like the mechanism. It makes it very simple to snap in your Smartwings shade or take it out if you need to take it out to do some modifications, but just snaps into place just like that. Once your brackets are up on the window frame, you just have to snap it into place just like that. It's a really simple mechanism that makes the installation process very, very simple. So you can pull these out and pull them in whenever you need to. Again, a really quick and easy install. It only took me about 20 minutes to install all three. Now I've just installed the solar panel, and you can see it plugs into the USB-C port of the battery pack, and the solar panel is going to charge up the battery, eliminating the need to ever charge it up via USB-C. Next step is to go ahead and plug this one cable into the smart shade, and we're good to go. Slide it into these brackets, and then we're done. If we take a look at the shade that I have, this is the cellular model. They have blackouts, they have a whole bunch of other different shades that you can choose from. I chose the one that's going to look pretty nice in the living room. I don't need blackouts. But in terms of what this shade can actually do, it does block out a tiny bit of light, which is what I like. And it also does keep some of the heat and some of the cool in, depending on what type of season you have. And overall, it's just a nice looking shade for just the basic standard window like what I have here. Now, if we take a look, let's go ahead and just take a look at the installation. The installation on the top is very clean and very simple. Again, this is an old New York City building, so you can see it matches pretty nicely there. And there's your little Smartwings logo. Different colors, different variations. Once again, there's a lot to like about these Smartwings shades. And let's get really close. You can see there's a tiny bit of texture, which is something that I actually really like. You can see that texture right there. Just go ahead and back up just a little bit. Now again, the main thing about this is the installation process and the overall way that you add it to your smart home. So let's actually open up these blinds. So cool. The remote control is great for those of you that don't want to use your voice, or maybe you don't even want to get the smart shades from Smartwings. You just want a remote control and just want to be able to close or open your blinds with the touch of a button. So again, you can select which one you have. I currently have 3 blinds, and I can close or open them individually, or open or close them all at the same time just with a press of a button. You can also have these blinds stop at a specific height there. So I chose to hide that solar panel because it is a little bit on the larger size. So I chose to hide it because this is the window that I look out the most. So I chose to stop the blinds at this height, and you can have configurable heights for both the top end and the bottom end. Very, very cool feature. Setting up the blinds is really simple as well. You usually just get a pop-up on your phone telling you that there's a smart device to set up, and there's a little QR code that you have to scan. It really only took a couple minutes to set these up. I was very, very impressed. Before we check out the application, I actually set it up with the Samsung Smart Station versus the Google Nest Hub. I originally had the Nest Hub set up, but I wasn't able to set routines. I wasn't able to open the blinds after sunrise or close them after sunset. So I chose to purchase a Samsung SmartThings Hub, and I'm very, very happy that I did. Now I have all the options to choose routines. So at sunrise they open up, at sunset they can close. I can also set different features like movie time, which will close the blinds and turn on some lights. So I recommend that you set it up via the Samsung SmartThings Hub or maybe another Thread Matter router. The Google Hub, once again, was a little bit iffy. Not too many options when it comes to the Google Hub there. But either way, they both worked with my voice, and I was able to connect my SmartThings to my Google Home. So again, with Matter, you got a lot of interoperability with all these devices here. But this would be my recommendation, the Samsung SmartThings Station. Taking a look at the SmartThings application, this is where you'll be able to control your Smartwings shades from your fingertips, or again, if you wanted to use your voice. But I just want to show you a couple of things that you can do, starting with routines. Now, routines is something I actually really like. So you can see that during sunrise, I will have the blinds open automatically. This is a really good feature depending on where you put these blinds. It'll help you wake up with the sun. And there's a bunch of different routines that you can do. I've also have a routine to double press my SmartThings station, and it's going to close all of my blinds. So again, there's a lot of different routines that you can do. You just have to play around with this application. It works with HomeKit. It works with a whole bunch of other applications as well. But I like the fact that I have each individual shade listed here. So here's my shade 2. And you can also open or close a percentage of the shade. So if I wanted to open shade 2, 47%, it's going to be able to do that. So it's not a fully open or fully closed application. You can also use your voice to open it up 60%, close it 80%, etc., etc. Now with preset position, it's going to set the blind to open or close depending on how you have it set up. Maybe at a certain time of day, the sun just shines right through the window and hits you on the couch. So you want to close the blind only 20% or 30%. You can set up a preset position. And of course, here's the history, guys. So you have a whole history. I don't know why you'd want to know that history, but whatever it is, you have a history right there. Now, lastly, I just want to talk about battery life. Now, my Shade 3 that I have connected was at 70% when I installed them about 3 weeks ago. Now, it is not summertime just yet, and we haven't had a whole bunch of sun here in New York City. But you can see after 3 weeks, that solar panel is maintaining that 70% level. So even though on a daily basis, I open and close these blinds probably about 4 to 5 times daily, I'm still maintaining that 70% battery life. So I am very impressed with that solar panel. I think it's a worthy option. Again, depending on your budget or whatnot, I would recommend the solar panel just so that you can forget about it. But that's just my opinion, guys. It really comes down to what you want from a smart shade and, of course, what your budget is at the moment. Here's my Shade 2. That's at 58%. And Shade 1 is at 81%. So my Shade 1 is actually the window that I showed you, and that gets the most sun during the day. So this is being able to charge up my battery pack just a little bit more. Now, once again, once summertime runs around, this is going to fully charge these battery packs, but maintaining that 70% level, I am impressed once again with the very little amount of sun that we've had here. Now, overall, guys, that's really all I wanted to talk about when it comes to the Smartwings Smart Shade. I am very happy with this. I am super impressed with these. I'm very happy that I finally did it. And shout out to Smartwings for sending these over for review. But I appreciate you guys watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I will catch you in another video.